Here just next we're going to see two games. The first game is between Karjakin and Anand from 2006. Let's start this amazing game. So Anand was black, Karjakin was white. This is regarded as Anand's immortal or second. First is Anand Aronian, second is this. This was played in 2000. Actually, this is Anand's first immortal, and Anand versus Aronian was Anand's second immortal. So let's tune in why this was an immortal. The game started with e4 c5. Now you know that this game is going to sharpen Sicilian, but it's too early to say that it's in a sharp game, because in Sicilian there are positional options like e4 c5. You can play knight c3 and close Sicilian, but these top players, they never fear the theory. Knight f3, d6, and now you know that they are going to be ferocious. But still, you have to wait. Like there's bishop b5 check here, which leads to quite positional lines. So d4, cd4, but they are going for the main lines. 6, knight c3, and now still you cannot say that this is going for a sharp game, because here there is an option of knight c6, the classical Sicilian, and there are positional games, but a6 was played. And now I bet you have guaranteed that now is going to be a sharp game, but still you cannot say, because there is bishop e2 open Zelensky variation played 16,000 times, and it's a positional one, so you still cannot say that it's going to be an positional, an attacking game. But after bishop e3, now it's going to be an attacking game. This is the English attack of the Nazdorf. This Nazdorf variation, it should be Sicilian defense, should be named Sicilian game. Nazdorf variation should be named Nazdorf opening, and English attack should be named English defense, or English. English attack should be named English attack, because these dragon Nazdorf, these two are so big. I'm hating their theory. After a6, if you check in the master's database, your head is gonna burst. Let's see how many viable options. Bishop e3, the main move. There's bishop g5, the old main line. Bishop e2, as I said, 14,000 games. 14,741. The open Zelensky variation. h3, the Adams attack, also not bad. Bishop c4, Fischer's favorite Fischer's was an attack. f3, I don't know what its name is. It's unnamed but still quite playable. f4, Amsterdam variation. Then there's d3, Zagreb variation. Then there's a4. Then bishop d3, knight b3. Rook g1 freak attack, I don't know why. But this has been played by Ian Nepomniachtchi 2 times against Magnus Carlsen, and Carlsen also played it 1 time. So not that bad of a move. And there's this developing trend move, queen d3. I see it has been gaining popularity recently, this queen d3 move. Top players are playing it recently very much, I see. The queen d3 move, and these are all the options. We don't want to get into the theory, because we want to enjoy this game's beauty. e5, now it may seem counterintuitive to put your pawn like that when there's not that good of a reason, but thing is that here white has all the space. If you don't see space, you just continue like let's say g6. You continue g6, okay? White will play f3, bishop g7, queen d2, short castle, long castle, and white's attack will be fast. See 1.7. Why? Because white has the space. Space advantage is very important in attack. When you have the space, then your attack comes way fast because there is more maneuvering ways for your pieces. That's why e5. You are weakening the d6 pawn positionally, but white can't really exploit that. Knight f5 is made by knight into e4 tactic, and knight b5 can't happen. So it's not that weak of pawn, and you gain space in the center. So now it's a real game. Yeah, none of the sides have the space, and it's just a very lengthy game to be played. Knight b3. Now bishop e6. The bishop develops. Eyeing the king side. f3. Bishop e7. One short castle. b2 short castle, long castle. Knight bd7 main move. Now there's some fury building up on both sides. Yeah, like now the real flow starts. Now you will see what the mainline theories of this opening. Don't be flabbergasted, okay? Caution, don't get your head spin. This theory is so insane. I bet you could never see anything of any kind of this theory. Now g4, b5, both sides are charging. g5, and now instead of getting the knight over, we are not at that level. We play b4. Now logic of this move is knight e2 was played, but the logic of this move is if you take gf6, I take bc3. If you take queen c3, I take knight f6. And now the pawns are equal. You have just like gave your g attacking pawn, and now I have two open files to my favor. So this is in black's favor mostly. Yeah, I mean it's equal, but knight e2 is better move. Knight e8, knight h5 would run into some knight g3 kind of ideas. And now f4 comes, the timely break. Now the thing is that after e into f4, firstly in the game a5 was played. Let me explain you why. After e into f4, there comes knight into f4, and your e6 bishop is in real danger. Yeah, it is in danger. So after knight into f4, the e6 bishop is in danger, and white's pieces are too goodly active, and you haven't even started the attack. You just have this show pawn to b4, and I'm threatening to take it in the next move. So after f4, a5 was played, but now comes f5. Now you may be like, what? Why did they allow f5? But now comes the time to get this roller coaster to its track. Now thing is that in the game e4 was played. Yeah, I know it's completely distorted, but let me explain you in simple language. If bishop c4, then you gave white a vital tempo, and now I will play this good move knight g3, and now you have to trade these bishops, and then I have like pawns on g5, f5. You don't have the attack of bishop, so it's better for me. I mean, if not, then slightly better, but it's better. better is better. So f4, a5, f5, a4. Now if you take on e6, I take on b3. Now e7, I take rook f7, and whatever you do, see the beauty of this position. Firstly, let me tell you what the main move is. The main move is knight. No, sorry, spoilers. Yeah, if into e6, a into b3. I don't want to spoil that amazing move. Now e into f7 check, rook into f7. We are back onto the variation. Like this one, if he takes f into e6, we take a into b3. E into f7 check, we take rook into f7. And now if see the beauty. If c into b3, then I take on a2. Yeah. If a into b3, I just pull off this beautiful checkmate. A into b3, rook a1 is a beautiful checkmate. So that's why after f4, a5, f5, a4, fe6 is not a good move. Yeah, very bad move. I mean, not very bad, but it's a bad move. The best move is pause the video and think. No, that's not the best move, but the best move is knight b to d4. Fuck the engine. Oh my god. When I first saw this move in theory, I was like, who found this? Stockfish 15? Stockfish 16 plus NNUE? This move is just so OP. I mean, literally. If they had this much theory at that time, yeah, in 2006, I am just quitting. And the real beauty of this move is he has to play into d4. Now it may seem natural to play bishop into a2, but the thing is that there comes knight c6, a bolt out of the blue, and you are just losing a piece. Fantastic motive. Queen c7, knight into e7. There's just no square for the queen to defend itself and the bishop. There's just no square. e8 is taken, d7 is taken, and you can't even control it by the rank because d7 knight interferes. So you lose a piece. Brilliant motives. Nice one. So that's why after e into d4, e into d4 has to be played. And now comes knight into d4. And after knight into d4 comes what? Pause the video and try to guess what's the move. This is also real hard. b3, I was like, I would destroy that game. Oh my god, this b3 move is just nuts. I mean, yeah, this b3 move, it's like that guy is seriously not caring about any detail. That one thing, his bishop is hanging 2 times. Secondly, he puts his pawn on a square that's 3 times defended and his pawn is 2 times. And thirdly, that move doesn't make any sense. So actually this is engine sequence. If you find this, you should become the inventor of the next Nasdorf. I hopefully think that after b3, now let's analyze. I will not tell you the move that is played. Yeah. Actually, now first f into e6 runs into b into a2, and you have no way to protect against a1 queen. Just beautiful. And knight into e6 runs into what? These b into a2, and there's no way again to protect. Checkmate is coming, and also I am making a new queen. So you take my queen, I take your king. Knight into e8, a1 is equal to queen check. And if you try to be like some type of smartness like queen b4, that your queen is hanging, if you take the knight, I play queen a3, and if you queen, then I play king d2, then sadly you are not in service here, because I take queen into d1 desperado, and I take this also, and I am 6 points up, so I easily win this game. So that's why f into e6, knight into e6 rejected. What about c into b3? C into b3 just seems way too bad here. And today the computer is nuts. It's telling bishop into b3 also does the job. Like a into b3 just the computer will never understand. A into b3 said bishop into b3, just give the bishop for a king side pawn. Queen b8, and it's and you can see by the is the engine. Oh my god, the engine is nuts today. It's it was telling knight ef6. Knight ef6, is that even a move? Bishop into g5, is he kidding me? He's telling knight f6 so that you can bring the rook with tempo. Oh my god, he's crazy. Oh my god, can you sacrifice a piece just for the sake of bringing a piece? No way. Knight e5 is way too small. Knight e5, and you are just better. No talks included, sorry. So c into b3 doesn't work. A into b3, complete disaster. I mean, not complete, but leads to the same position. So still, sadly, it's better now. We have rejected all the moves, and now it makes you think. So what is the continuation? Stupid. You have to figure it out. It's not my word. Oh, and important detail, knight c6. You try to be smart, I take ba2. So sorry. And now you can sit and try to figure out this inhuman move. This move is no. Don't laugh when you see this move. Block. Cancel. King b1. What in the world is going on? King b1. I mean, let's get out of here. So first things first, there are two choices, only two, bc2 or ba2. One of those was played in the game. Let's analyze ba2 first. It takes a free pawn, king a1, and now sorry but your attack is dead. This is bad for him. This is bad. Why? You may ask, because you are losing your bishop and your attack. Now you play knight c7, fe6, like let's say knight e6, knight e6, fe6, Bishop h3, I attack your pawn. e5 is only viable way. I check. I go like h4 is also viable. My attack is way too fast and I don't see how you can build an attack out of this mess. If it wasn't this a2 pawn, then after a3 it would be black who was winning the game. But after h4, no, your attack is just over. If you could sacrifice this a2 pawn, but white doesn't take it. So sadly, that doesn't work. B into a2 is bad. B into c2 is the correct move. Like, I know it would be an exaggeration to you that every theory move is a good move, but no, it's not an exaggeration. Knight into c2. Now find this nuts move which was played. Kudos to you if you found bishop to b3. I'll give this a brilliant mark. This is so inhuman. Yeah, I mean like that piece is falling, but bishop b3 is just inhuman, man. No way. But the piece is just falling, but should I give it a brilliant or an exclamation? Does it deserve more than it deserves? I mean, it's not a piece sacrifice. Let's give it a good move. Not you, dumbass. Not you, this. Let's give it a good move. Now after bishop b3, a into b3 is 4. A into b3, knight a3. Now I was so happy when I saw this, that finally in the game something had done which I expected. So knight e5, bringing the knight. This also I thought. h4 logical move. And now rook a5. This may seem inhuman, but the thing is that you want to get this in. You want to get this knight out bad. Once you have the queen on 8 and play rook into a3, is just game over. You are just winning it. So rook e5, queen 8 is the idea. Now queen b4. By the way, nice if you found this maneuver. Queen a8, bishop b6, rook a4, attacking queen into b3. Yeah, this actually was played in the actual game, but this actually is the main line. No, I am not kidding. This is the main line. Look at the theory. There are still 84 games here. Queen c3, queen 8 was played in the game. Queen c3 was played. Queen b4 is the main line, and there are 65 games, so number 23. So that's theory. But queen c3 was played, and now starts the real fun. Queen a8, bishop g2. I mean, now if you find this move, you should really consider to build an opening. I mean, really. If you find this, your attack level is just insane. Okay, so in the game was played the amazing move. Knight to c7. What in the world? Oh my god. But why would he offer a piece when he can silently develop? Okay, let me explain the logic. I think knight f6 works as well, but not as good. Yeah, the engine is just god mode today. Finding all good moves is knight f6 also, but knight f6 is not as good. Our idea is that we can sack on a3, but white has queen b2. Once this rook gets on c8, no way the game is saved. You are just lost. Yeah, you cannot be saved. So, and thing is that you have to bring it with tempo, or else white's attack gets really fast. Like if you play how can we support the knight to bring it on c7? Let's say you play queen b7. Oops, sorry, not queen b7. A complete miss. Queen b7, just complete blunder. Let's say you play bishop d8. Yeah. And now white goes something like h5. Knight c7 you play. Now white goes e6. And then you think of playing bishop f. Then you play knight b5. That's good. But actually, bishop d8 you can just play queen into b3. Queen into b3 is coming. You need to act fast. Knight c7 fits the will perfectly because it's a double threat of knight b5, and if you take then off rook into a3. So knight c7's logic is that to bring this rook on c8 with tempo. When you bring this rook on c8, it will be game over. So that's why knight c7 was played. After knight c7, queen into c7, rook to c8, and now rook to c8. Yes, you sacrifice another piece. And now you go knight c4, the crushing move comes. g6, g6, g6. Like no, don't be scared. This is just a show. White is just. This is just show. Nothing is deadly here. So b into a3, rook into a3. It is our threats which are deadly. Now there's coming rook a1 check and queen a2 mate. gf7, king h7. f8 is equal to knight check. Nice decision. Rook into f8, queen into f8, and now bro doesn't care about the queen. Rook a1 check, king b2, rook a2 check, king c3, queen a5 check, king d3, queen b5 check, king d4, rook a4 check, queen c4 check, and it's made into yeah, it's made into wherever you go. King b2 runs into rook a2 check, king b1, queen c2 mate. King d2 also runs into rook a2, king e1, queen a2 mate. So fine, what a fine game by Anand. This was an amazing example of what you are expecting when you play a Sicilian defense. Okay, so this was the amazing game. I hope you liked it. Don't forget to hit the star bell icon. Thank you.